Okay. Okay, now let's optimize serial port communication, because the last thing we did in first video is just very simple connection. You need to open device manager to look for the port. So let's place the memo component on the form. We are needed to check the available errors. Let's remove the memo line and property. Let's find lines, click it, and clear here. Okay, we need a second timer. So let's paste the following codes into this place. It's just a simple Win API function to check available ports. We need to include here. So now we going to include here Win API on the top. It's mean we add external library. So I don't want to explain how this code is working, except one thing, that when we're looking for the port, there is a flags. We need the flag as DRP friendly names. Also, in future we will need SDRP hardware ID. All other flags is not useful for our needs. So now let's see what we have. So now we see program finding the serial port. I have now only one port, so it's scan every second for available ports and display it on the memo. But it's not a good idea. So let's clean memo every time before we start checking for ports. So it looks like memo 1 lines clear. So now we have only one line. If we will have two ports, there will be two lines. Also, let's clean combo box list. Combo box items clear. Combo box doesn't have lines that use items. Def name is a string with the port we have. So let's run it. Now all the list disappear and we have only one port in the list. Let's do combo box item index 0. So the port will be displayed immediately when it's found. Okay. So let's remove the function we did for filling combo box with the ports. We don't need it anymore. Combo box will be filled automatically. Also, for different baud rates, comp timeout should be different. 10 milliseconds, it's too low for baud rate like 1200 or 2400 or 4800. So let's create integer timeouts, and as it's variable, we will do different timeouts for different baud rates. DCB baud rate, it's the integer of the baud rate. So if baud rate equal 1200, when we use operator if, we should place two equals. Okay, if DCB baud rate equal 1200, then timeouts equal 150. So for this, speed should be much more. Okay, for baud rate 2400, let's do 80. For 4800, let's do 50. For 9600, let's do 30. And for 19,200, let's make 20. And for other ones, let's do 10, because other ones is already direct USB connection, and speed is much faster. And here replace digits to variable timeouts, all of them, all 5 lines. Okay, there is small error. Okay, right now timeouts will be variable and depending on the baud rate. Now we need to, from the line of serial device, we need to cut the port number COM3. So let's do it. Because we are not able to put whole line in the create file for the port. So this line, if hdef info is null, return. So it's mean if no ports available, timer restarting again. Okay, let's add one more thing. If no ports available, it means if combo box items equal 0, return. So we will restart timer again. In other case, if port is found, we stop timer because we don't need it anymore. Timer second enabled equal false. So it's necessary because if timer always will be scanning for ports, we will be not able to connect it before we press before we select it. String will be rewritten. So now let's take out the com port number from the string we got. Let's create integer len. It will be length of the combo box 1 text. It will be length of the string of our device. Combo box 1 text dot length. It's a function to determine the length of the string. Let's create string p1. In quotation mark, we put it in quotation marks because it's a string, not variable. Let's create string p2. We will compare p1 and p2 to find our port. Let's create integer r1, integer r2. We are going to use cycle while to find position of the COM port string. While r1 not equal 0, p2 equal combo box 1 text. We need to take out substring 4 symbols. I'm mistaken. Should be r2 should be 1 because in strings index starting from 1, not from 0. So we need to go through the string and take out 4 symbols one by one and compare with the COM, with the string p1. If p1 equal p2, then r1 equals 0 to stop the cycle. Else, if p1 not equal p2, r2 equal r2 plus 1. So we go to the next next symbol to the on the string. Let's make one more thing, because if by any chance this function will not find string p2 in for symbol in the string from combo box text, it will continue checking, but in case the string is finished, it will be error. So we need to limit the line, the length of the string. Let's do if r2 less than length minus 4, because we taking for symbols. So we have two possibilities: r1 not equal 0 or r2 less length minus 4. Here I did mistake. I forgot to insert a substring function. So p2 is equal combo box 1 text dot substring. Okay, and let's stop the program here. We just now added to memo field to see the first. Before doing it, let's do the following. If r second more than more or equal than minus 4, then we return. So it means we stop everything, not go later, because it's if combo box will be wrong, it will be error. And now our COM port will be p2 equal combo box 1 text dot substring. So position of it on the r2 plus 1, because on position r2 is letter C located on the position r2 plus 1. And length of substring will be len minus r2 and minus 1. So that's it. Let's add it into memo 1 lines at p2 to see what COM port we will get. Now I forgot to change the baudrate. Let's place return here, and length we will change to -5. Okay, so we can see COM3 port is good. So now we need to make a port for creating file. So let's place port. The symbols are necessary if we use ports more than COM9. It's important. So port is equal okay, we can see connected. I just didn't change baudrate. I'm using IC7300. So let's run the port monitor to see what we have. Press read. So we can see program start reading, but no response because baud rate is different. So let's make let's make checking for receiving bytes. If nothing is received, we can stop program. But if one time nothing received, it's a bad idea to stop it. Let's make a retry limit. Let's create integer retry limit. For example, we will try to read 5 times before closing port. So write file, read file. Also, let's create string VFO. It will be better instead of everywhere writing edit1 text, because we are not planning to use edit1 anymore to display frequency. So we are not going to check bytes read on the button to click. We just replace here edit1 text to VFO. In timer also let's replace edit1 text to VFO. So in timer, let's make before starting timer. Before starting timer, let's make retry limit equal 0. Bytes read is bytes read from the serial port. Let's compare it. If bytes read equal 0, retry limit equal retry limit plus 1. Then retry limit equal retry limit divide by 5, but it's not like a simple divider, it's like percentage. It's mean that if retry limit more than 5, we cut 5 and have only 1 again. So if retry limit equals 0, we stop timer. Timer 1 is enabled, is false. And return back, not continue making other functions. Yeah, let's clear the view, especially not changing baudrate to get 0 bytes response. Connect. Read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finished. Stop. So if no answer from the radio, program will stop reading. Let's add one more option to the button, connect and disconnect. So if button 1 caption is connect, we're doing this operation. If port is connected, we rename button to disconnect, button 1 caption equal disconnect, and return to stop operation. If button 1 caption is disconnect, then we close port, close handle hcom, label for caption let's write disconnected, and return. Let's check what we have. I'm mistaken somewhere. Okay, let's add, I forgot, let's add button 1 caption is connect. When we disconnecting, we have to rename it. Error still didn't found. Oh, I see the mistaken word disconnect. Okay, now everything is working. In the timer where we are checking retries if no bytes received, let's also add closing port line. If no response from the radio during the 5 tries, we close and handle hcom, rename the button to connect, and label for caption disconnected. Okay, let's clean port monitor. Let's change the baud rate like in my transceiver. Press connect, we have connected, read, and we can see the frequency. Turning tuning knob, it's changing. Let's save everything. Need to save our work as often as possible, because if by any chance Borland will stuck or close, you will lose what you already did. So after every time you running program to see how it's working, and if no errors, you better to save. Let's remove edit field, we don't need it anymore. Let's find all the places where edit is available. Sorry, not edit, memo. We don't need memo component, but we remove edit too. Let's put the label, one more label on the form. Here we're going to display frequency like in your radio with the dots between megahertz, kilohertz, and hertz. Let's edit property font. I like Calibri font, bold, and height 16. Let's clean it in property caption. Let's clean. Let's do it empty. So now in timer 1, let's create integer len. We already created integer len, but in every function we can create variable with the same name. It's not a big problem. Just only global variable shouldn't be doubled in function. So we need to check the length of the string, because it can be 28 megahertz or like 7 megahertz. Length of the string is different. If len equals 7, we're going to divide our string to 3 parts and insert dots between it. If len is 7, label 5 caption into string A. I think it will be very long line, so let's do VF4 equal A. So now integer len is equal vf4.length, and here is label 5 caption is equal vf4.substring 1 1. Its frequency is like 7 megahertz or 3.5 or 1.8. So vf4 substring 1 1 and 1 plus we need to add dot inside. We put dot in quotation marks because it's a text. Next plus vf4 dot substring starting from index 2 and length 3 symbols plus dot in quotation marks and plus vf4 substring index 5 and length 3. Okay, let's copy it and do the same for if len equal 8. Just vf4 substring in the first should be from index 1 and 2 symbols. Then we need to add 1 to all other vf4 substring 3.3 and 6.3. And let's do one more time for length 9. If we have VHF transceiver like 144 megahertz, so vf4 substring index 1 length 3 plus substring 4 length 3, and the last one is 7 and 3. I did small mistake again. Probably my keypad is pressing not very good. Okay, so we can see the frequency now on the label with tuning turning tuning knob, spinning it, and frequency is changing. Let's remove everything with the edit one words, because we want to remove edit. We don't need it anymore. Also, let's remove label 4 with the word connected disconnected, because we already have it on the button, we don't need to double it. Okay, all text removed, so we need to remove label itself. Let's make a form smaller. Let's save everything. So need to put label little bit higher. Let's change in property. In property called top is a position from the top. Let's change it 190, 180 pixels. This place, I think this place is good. You may ask what we are trying to do. In final we are going to make completely remote program to work with the radio through the cable and through the internet. So in next video we will optimize